Hi, good morning, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us today for our next episode of Learning from Expert series. I'm Eugene Pitelman, your local real estate agent, and today I'm welcome again our Langdon Title Company with Brenda Posner. Hi, Brenda. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me, Eugene. So I'm Brenda Posner. I'm the Director of Sales at Langdon Title. I run our continuing real estate education, so I really believe in the value of education. And I'm also a title closer, and I've been doing that for over 25 years. So I'm very excited to be here.
Thank you, Brenda. And then today, our second video, where we're gonna discuss all the purchase costs associated with title insurance, basically all expenses that you go through when you purchase title insurance. Thank you, Brenda. Let's do it.
Okay, so I'm going to share my screen because this is going to make it much easier for everyone to visualize and understand. Okay, so what we have here is a title insurance estimate for a $1 million condo purchase in New York City, along with an $800,000 mortgage. Okay, now some costs on the title bill are coming to the entire title bill check will be written to the title company, but some costs are really pass-through costs, and we're paying the city and state. And I'll go through that. You'll see as I go through this. So, and I'll differentiate what would be for other types of properties or what you would or wouldn't have to pay. Now, these costs are associated with, let's start with the title insurance, owner's policy premium. This is for your owner's title insurance policy. These policy premiums are state regulated. Okay, so it's going to be the same title company to title company. Your owner's policy is going to be covering you as the purchaser for the lifetime of ownership of the property. Okay, you'll never need to buy this again while you own this particular property. Okay, now we have a lender's title insurance policy. So if you're taking out a mortgage, then it's a cost that associated with purchasing that you have to buy the lender a loan policy. Okay, that loan policy is good for the lifetime of the loan. So if you ever go to refinance, you will need to purchase that again. Now, if you do purchase that again within 10 years of a previous loan or 10 years of the purchase, you will get a discounted rate. And these are all state regulated and same title company to title company. Okay. So as I stated previously on a previous episode, you really want to work with the title company because of their expertise and knowledge and ability to work with you and their accessibility, versus because all the costs are going to be pretty much the same for most of these sections. I'll let you know where they'll be, could potentially be different. Okay, so then you have your endorsements here. Now, endorsements, are additional insurance that the lender will require. So sometimes there could be a few more. Most of these endorsements are always $50. There are some that could be a little higher. Those tend to be involved more in commercial property. But in residential property, these are the typical endorsements that are needed. If you're going to take an adjustable rate loan, which is getting more common nowadays, then that would be an additional $50 endorsement. Okay, so these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns are really the cost of the title insurance. Now we're looking right now just at the buyer's column. Okay, so here these 5 columns are the actual cost of the title insurance. Now we're going down to what are really pass-through charges that get paid to the city and state. Okay, so you have your recording taxes. So in New York State, there is a real property transfer tax. Some is some the buyer pays, some the seller pays. So when it's over $1 million, then the buyer will pay a mansion tax. Okay, which is 1%. If you're under, 2 or 3 million, it's 1%. Then it goes up in increments. Okay. This is the seller's column and this is the lender's column. So the seller will be paying transfer taxes to New York State and New York City. Okay, this is 0.4% and this is 1.425% of the purchase price. Okay, these are all the transfer taxes that are paid on a $1 million condo purchase or $1 million house purchase. Okay, so far up through here, it's up through what we've gone through. It's the same if it's a condo or a single family house. Okay, whether or not there's a mortgage, these transfer taxes will be paid. Then we have the mortgage tax. So whenever there's a mortgage, there has a mortgage tax paid where the buyer pays most of it and the lender just pays 0.25%. So in the 5 boroughs, the mortgage tax is 1.925% when it's over 500,000. So here is your mortgage tax that you'd be paying if you are purchasing this $1 million condo with an $800,000 loan. Okay. Now we have your recording fees. So this will always depend on how many documents are recorded. These are the standard documents that are recorded in a condo. So you have your deed, which is transferring the ownership of the property. You have your mortgage, and you have a condo power of attorney. Okay. If you're buying a single family home, there's no condo power of attorney. This section would change if, let's say you didn't want to go to closing and you wanted to sign a power of attorney to your attorney and let them sign the documents for you. There would be some additional recording fees in here. Okay. Depending on the type of transaction that you're doing, there could be 1 or 2 other additional recording fees. Let's go down. Now, escrows, real estate taxes. It says TBD because most lenders will require any real estate tax that is due within 60 days of closing to be paid at closing. So we're not going to know that until we get closer to the actual closing. But that, while it is on the title bill, is not really a closing cost because that's something that as a purchaser of that property, you would be paying anyway. Okay. Now, here is where we get down to when it's the other charges, where it could be slightly different from title company to title company. We're not talking major difference. We're just talking slightly. So these are for this first one is for the recording. So each document that gets recorded is $25 to have someone go down and actually record the document. Municipal searches, because it says plus, depends on the searches that the lender or the buyer's attorney requires. If there would be any additional ones than our standard ones. Okay. If we're doing outer counties and not within the 5 boroughs, some of those towns charge additional money to give us the searches. So that could be a little bit higher. Bankruptcy and patriot searches. So bankruptcy searches is what it sounds like. Patriot searches are really terrorist searches to see if people are on that terrorist watch list. So this is based on doing a search for 1 buyer and 1 seller. That's why it says 2 for 2 people. Okay, so this grows up in increments if there are more people involved. If there are 2 buyers or 2 sellers, this is going to increase. Okay, express delivery, overnight fee if we need to overnight things. So this is on there depending on whether or not someone asks for us to overnight something. Escrow service charge is if we have to pick up real estate taxes up here, then we would charge an escrow service tax, and sales taxes with sales taxes. So here you see, and we're just about done. Here you see that the title bill is just under $32,000. But I just want to go back up to the top. Your title insurance part of it is only this amount. So let's say 5, just about like maybe $5,200. Okay. So that's where, some people I find get a little overwhelmed when they see the title bill. They think that title insurance is so much money, but it really isn't. I mean, it's $5,200 to insure $1 million purchase for the lifetime of ownership. Paid once, that's it. Never had to be paid again. All the other charges are really all about New York City, New York State recording fees, and getting the documents we need to be able to, give you a title insurance policy. So I'm going to stop sharing now. Mm-hmm. And Eugene, thank you so much. I really love to explain what these costs are to, individuals so that because I'm a dollar and cents and number person, and I think that it's a very important thing to understand.
Great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for this presentation. Let me ask you this. So let's say somebody is curious about what's going to happen, how much expenses it will take to sell a property or buy a property. Is it possible for people to reach out to you and you can give them an estimate?
Yes. So we have a number of people that can prepare a title estimate. All we would need is the purchase price, the approximate mortgage amount, the town and county that the property is located in, and the type of property it is. And then we can easily provide an estimate, and I'm happy to go through it again with you step by step to make sure that you feel comfortable with the amount of money you're spending and you feel comfortable with the things that might change.
I see. And that estimate would cover every possible expense involved with the sale or purchase of a property.
As long as the numbers stay approximately the same and you have the correct property type, yes.
Right, beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you. And then one more question I wanted to ask actually last time, but we didn't have enough time. Let me ask you this. So you're saying that when you choose the title company, you have to choose from the one that's available, experience and this, that. So what would you suggest would be a question, literally direct question to ask if I'm to choose the title company? What would you ask them? Like the first 2-3 questions that comes to mind.
I would say, how many people do you have on your clearance team? How many attorneys do you have working with you? Tell me about your history and experience. And can I call you whenever I have questions? You know, because what I tell people is you're choosing your real estate agent, you're choosing your attorney, and you're choosing your lender. You do have the option to choose your title insurance company. And I have been in this business, like I said, for over 25 years, and I've handheld many buyers through their deals. I've actually handheld many attorneys when they're first starting in real estate. So I'm there working with you all the way through your closing, and I am still going out there and doing closings as well.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I do hope that everybody learned something new today. And again, we welcome all your questions. And if they direct questions to Brenda, please use contact information, ask her directly, or we can cover all those questions our next time. Again, thank you very much for joining us, Brenda. Thank you, everybody, to watching this, and we'll see you next time on the next episode. Bye.
Thanks for having me. Bye, everybody.
Bye.